Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us again.
Hey everybody,
I'm here with Peter, as always,
I'm here. Yeah.
and this is reading fan fiction with Ted and Peter. And but it seems like today we're gonna have to change the title
For the
a little
fourth
bit,
time in a row, I think. Yeah.
something like that. Because today it's reading fan fiction with Ted, Peter, and
featuring Max.
Yeah. Sick. Yeah, we got featuring Max on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ted, Peter, and
I'm glad to be
featuring
here. I was so excited when you guys said you would have me on.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you humble us, Max. We're so pleased to
You don't
have
humble me.
you on.
I take
Oh,
that. No,
It's
you think that's a fair exchange?
yeah, I think that's fair.
half a humble is better than no humble.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like Shakespeare himself would say something like that.
Yeah.
Good
So
point.
we're
Good point.
so fortunate to have Max on.
Yeah, I mean we really are.
Max,
I kid, but yeah.
do you want to? As always, we asked our guest to find a fan fiction to bring on to the show. And Max, can you give us just a brief sense of what we're looking at here? Like, what's the fandom?
I would love to. So this is a Star Wars fan fiction.
Woo.
And when I was tasked with finding a fan fiction from any fandom in the known universe of fandoms,
Multiverse. It's a multiverse.
The multiverse, sort of everything that's everything. I wanted to do a Star Wars fan fiction because there's actually kind of a market for them. Like if you go to Barnes and Noble, there are tons of Star Wars novels that are written by random people that aren't associated with George Lucas at all. And I mean, the fact that now that these movies have come out, these like last 3 movies that are written by people further away from George Lucas, it really blurs the line of what fan fictions are and aren't canon. I mean, I guess you could draw a line for that, but yeah, there's like a really long spectrum of Star Wars fan fictions, from things that are like really well thought out to things that are the kind of fan fictions that you might hear read on the show. And we're definitely at one end of that spectrum.
So what's your personal relationship with Star Wars, Max? You a big fan?
Yeah, I was.
Are you caught up?
I saw all of them. I really liked the joke that was going around with the Star Wars movies, where it was like me and my friends going to see the 7th one and we're all excited, and then by the 9th one they're all like about to die and miserable and broke. And yeah, I don't know, I kind of felt that sentiment with them.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah, I got a little tired by the last one. I mean, it was really bad.
I gave it a 0, and I was told that that's not allowed, that you can't give a movie a 0.
Oh my god.
Like that was essentially our argument.
That's not fair. What the hell?
That means you didn't like it.
You can give a movie anything you want. That's
right?
To you and the listener, Max. Yeah. That's, you know, if you feel like, if any of your friends or coworkers are putting you down for the reviews that you give movies because they don't make sense on a mathematical scale, tell them that we told you you can give a movie any rating.
Awesome. I'm going to get this on like a little soundbite on my phone.
Yeah, we have stamps.
It's in our merch. It's our Redbubble. Go to our redbubble.com/readingfanfiction with Ted and Peter.
The link's below.
Yeah, link in the description.
So personally, I think like Star Wars is like fine. Thinking about it now, like I've just personally never thought like that. I just
spit it out, man.
Those early ones, I like those. Like Empire Strikes Back is cool, but honestly, like I don't think I've ever like enjoyed one Star Wars movie more than another, or like less than another.
Yeah, they're not.
Sorry,
Max, no, you should go.
Okay, sure. I think that the like, I mean, I think it's a pretty in stone on at least on the web, that people say the first 3 are good, the next 3 are bad,
Yeah.
and the most recent 3 are like fine.
Fine. Yeah,
But like,
that's about how I feel. So I just feel like, but
yeah. But at the same time, it's like, I don't even know if that's true.
yeah,
Like at a certain point, it's like I just like I'm tired of seeing these characters. Like every day, you just like are inundated with like
on
pictures of Luke
Cheez-Its and
Skywalker.
like
Yeah, and
Time magazine. It's like leave me alone.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, are we in like, is this like the simulation? Are we in the Matrix? Is like, what's
yeah,
going on?
in the like in the way that the story of it is like not solid and not great, and in a lot of ways it lends itself to being this kind of world building tool that other
Yeah.
people can use to like
That's true.
write their own stories,
That's a good
which
point.
gets us into these fandoms that exist and these people who write all of this shit down.
It's just so because it is like that, and it's so like amorphous and like unexplicable, but at the same time, it's just like marketed incessantly. Like it's like
Kylo
you can't
Ren.
escape it.
Yeah,
You
no,
just can't escape it.
It's marketed, and they have like an obsolescence for their fans. Like
Yeah.
they recycle, they like have fans, get rid of them, get new fans.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you wanna start us off, Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one last thing I
Oh,
should
yeah,
say
sorry,
is,
Max.
so, and then the other thing in finding a Star Wars fan fiction that I thought was interesting is, what if I found one that really had nothing to do with anything that goes on in the Star Wars universe? And that's how we got to here.
Woo!
Yes.
So, yeah, this fan fiction comes from Archive of Our Own, which I think this is the first
It's our
time it's
first
been on.
archive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on this, which
It's pretty
is
exciting.
great. Yeah. So this is my first time on the website.
Oh.
Just like the My Little Pony site, the web, like the page design is like handsome, like functions really well.
Yeah.
You immediately kind of like get a sense of how to navigate it. So thumbs up to them. So this fan fiction, this Star Wars fan fiction, is called, in all lowercase, "You Know I Can't Let You Slide Through My Hands" by Anonymous.
Wait,
now, so
the tags are so funny.
Yeah. So just like on fanfiction.net, and like I guess pretty much every fanfiction site at this point, there's a box below the title of that either. This one doesn't have a summary, but it has, tags and like what characters are in it, fandom. So first it says rating, explicit.
Yes.
Category is F/M. I don't know what that means. Is it female or male?
Yeah, is that what that means?
I don't know. The fandom is Star Wars sequel trilogy. So it's specifically about the most recent 3.
Is that what that is? Because couldn't the sequel trilogy also be the middle one? Because that's also a sequel and a trilogy.
No, they're the prequel trilogy.
Oh, because it's sequel. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it now. Sorry, okay.
The relationship is Rey/Ben Solo, and then there's like a...
Yeah, there's like a whole...
divider, and then it says Kylo Ren. I don't know how to describe like this little thing here. Like,
it's like a line down. It's like the thing above the enter on a keyboard.
So here are the characters. And there are a lot. So Rey (parentheses Star Wars), Ben Solo / Kylo Ren, Finn (Star Wars), Poe Dameron, Armitage Hux, Siri Tachi, Snap Wexley, Phasma (Star Wars), Jana (Star Wars), Kadel Connix, Rose Tico, Dofeld Mitaka, and Maz Kanta. As always, we'll leave a link to the fan fiction in the description, and I encourage the readers to take a look at this.
And having like I think anyone who has like, the 9 movies in their head at this point doesn't know what half of those names are.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
know
have
who they
no
are,
idea
Yeah,
where
who
they
those
came from,
characters are.
whether or not they're typos.
K. Del Co. Conics?
I like that one
What
quite a
is
bit.
that?
That
That's
sounds
not a
like
name.
that sounds like a learning tool. Like, oh, my 5th grader spent the summer getting better at his geometry using K-Del conics.
That's pretty good. So the additional tags, and these are
These are
awesome.
great. These are
Alternate universe dash modern setting.
Which, by the way, the whole point of Star Wars is that it's a long time ago, far, far away.
And so this is just it's here and
So it's
now.
just like, this is not
This just
that.
flips that over, I guess.
Complete opposite. Then it says, so all these are phrases. So it says that, and this is a love is blind AU. I'm assuming
Alternate
that's
universe.
another fan fiction.
I have no idea.
So then it says
The next tag is my favorite.
smut in later chapters.
Awesome.
So yeah, later chapters will be smut. We are being told.
No smut in this chapter.
Yeah.
Later chapters.
Later chapters. There's blind dating, finding love through unconventional means, and wild horses by the Rolling Stones is the final tag on this. The language
Awesome.
is
my favorite things.
Because that's what everybody said the new Star Wars series was missing, was the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, they really should have wrote Mick Jagger in as like himself.
So the language is English. Then there's it says collections, the perfect date, Pink Ladies Spring Exchange. There's a hyperlink on that. I'm gonna click through for. Is another fan fiction.
Yes.
Okay, so this is operating in Star Wars, but also other.
Oh my god.
Fan fictions.
Sorry, I just clicked on the I actually went through to it.
Yeah.
Are these the other chapters? Because it refers to smut in later chapters. Are these the later chapters with smut? Kiss Me in the Dark is the name of one of them.
I think these are collections of fan fictions that either the author likes or has written themselves.
Oh, okay.
And they're just being like, hey, look at this. Here are the stats.
Yeah.
This was published this month on the 11th, so 5 days ago.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. And that's the last time it was updated too. There's 2,233 words. There's 5 chapters, 3 comments. There's 9 kudos.
Well, there are 5 chapters, but only 1 has been written. Just 1 out of 5.
Well, oh yeah. I thought for some reason I'm so stupid. I thought because I'm on the first page.
Hey, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It might honestly be that. I don't know.
No, I looked through it. There's only 1, I think.
Okay. So there's no smut. No smut, guys. Sorry.
No smut yet.
Because this is not one of the later chapters.
We'll put in you can put in the title smut free episode.
Not safe for work.
So, in case you thought you misheard me, it says kudos 9. So there's 9 kudoses for this. There's 3 bookmarks, and there's 135 hits, which I'm assuming is a cheeky way of saying views.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I can't let you slide through my hands, anonymous. Summary.
And it's by
so
anonymous, but it's dedicated to someone. It has a dedication. It's to another account on this website.
Really showing your cards there.
So, summary. And this is in quotes. Welcome to the show, ladies. I'm Jin Urso Ondor. Oh my God, are they really gonna? And this is my husband, Cassian Ondor. They both smile as they make a point of connecting with each person in the room. We will be the hosts for however long you stay with us. The point of this is to find out once and for all if love is really blind.
Point of what?
The words settle in for a beat or two, all for dramatic effect. Weddings will take place in 40 days, And hopefully at least a few of you
What?
will be walking down the aisle towards your future
It's
spouse
90
at
Day
that time.
Fiance, except it's
It
Star
might be.
Wars.
Today is the first set of blind dates. Literally, the pods are behind this door. She motions to a door on the far side of the room where you'll get a chance to get to know all the eligible bachelors. Happy hunting, ladies. She grins and winks before setting off with her husband in tow. Notes for Raylo Britt. See,
Yeah,
Which
that's the
is
dedication.
obviously a take on Kylo Ren. I mean,
so so there's an image that accompanies this first chapter, and I think actually I'll be able
yeah,
to
this
edit
this
this
image is
in
pretty good.
to the
Yeah.
podcast. I'll remember to edit this because this is really worth seeing.
Yeah, you
Uh,
kind of need to see it.
it just says the title, and then under it says "A Love Is Blind AU," but also just has like a what's it called? Stock photo of just like
Yeah.
people kissing. So, chapter 1. Ray is very anxious throughout their Sunday dinner. Max made a big roast. Oh, Max. Now I'm just going
Max,
to
you're
picture
in this.
Max.
I
Yeah.
think it's supposed to. Max is never mentioned again in this story. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Maz.
Oh.
It's the only time the name Max comes up is the thing.
Right,
So I
right.
don't know. I guess it means Maz.
Oh, yeah, because I see Maz later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also love
But
how
at
every
least for now.
fan fiction meal is like meat and
Yeah.
vegetables.
Yeah. Big roast.
It's
The
like,
big
what,
roast.
like, what would Goku eat?
Yeah.
Well, Goku.
Like someone who's just strong.
Yeah.
The big roast.
Yeah, they
The big
they
roast
eat a
is
big
like
roast.
it's like the Chance the Rapper album. The Big Roast.
God. Big day. It's big roast.
The Big Roast.
Yeah, it's a gospel album about the Christmas roast.
Max made a big roast. Carrots, biscuits, and there's some special dessert waiting in the refrigerator.
Ooh.
It's the perfect time to drop a rather large bomb. Are you serious? Her mother's normally soft voice echoes around the small kitchen.
Wait, doesn't Ray not have a mother?
In
No,
this,
it's
she
Max.
does.
Oh, it's sorry. Okay,
No,
Max Gold, her mother.
no. I think it's Maz is Ray's mother in this.
Why?
Oh,
Isn't
nice.
Oh
Maz?
no,
That just
Wait,
makes
wait.
sense.
Isn't Maz the like little one with the glasses?
who's
Yeah,
not human?
Who's not?
played by Lupito.
Yeah. Played by Lupito.
Uh, she can't help picking at the gingham tablecloth that has seen better days before, but both she and her mother are too attached to throw out the fabric barely stitched back together. What?
And there's no
Raisin,
male. There's no male Max. It's she and her, unless. But then it says you just keep reading.
Raisin is sure what kind of reaction she truly expected to come from her mother, but surprise hadn't been the first option. They are all sitting at the small table in Maz's kitchen, where they have shared many meals over the years, as well as so many conversations with equal amounts of laughter and tears.
Oh my god.
I'm very serious, I thought long and
Damn.
hard. She starts playing with her cuticles, pushing them down and away from her nail bed, where she can see the shine of grease.
What does that mean?
It's a very visceral description of that.
She spent the past day working at the body shop.
So,
But
this-
it's like, what is she physically doing? Is she ripping
It's
off her
just-
cuticles?
just
Yes. It's screaming out in pain, but seeing a little bit of grease.
a little grease. This is the way forward for me, the one I am picking for myself. I know you might not understand or agree, but my mind is made up. While they have a close relationship as mother and daughter, a part of Ray has always been resistant to fully opening up. If Maz noticed over the years, she never said, but her eyes seemed to see through her daughter with little difficulty. Whatever you need, my dear. All I want is your happiness.
It's an important part because her eyes have those big things on
Yeah.
them in the movie.
This is pretty well written so far. This isn't too bad.
Well, I actually have to disagree with that one. First of all, this person misspelled one of the main character's names in the second sentence. So I
No,
think
that's true.
that's a big mistake. But also I like I just like don't like I, I don't understand the like she's just saying all of these things. It's like they've had such a close relationship. They've had so many conversations with equal amounts of laughter and tears. It's like, I don't know, give us an example, tell us, what it was like, you know, I don't know. And a little bit of a little bit of imagery
If the
here,
bomb's gonna
anonymous.
blow up, we got to see the environment it's gonna blow up, right?
Exactly. We got to see where it blows up.
I
Yeah,
mean,
where
I
they
don't know. To me, it just has some the 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 sentence structure is very clean. It's
Yeah, well, to
very
me, you're wrong.
I
So,
like that I brought such a contentious fan fiction, such a polarizing fan
honestly,
fiction.
this one's, I think, one of the more interesting ones we've ever looked at on a purely like, just like, the whole thing is just so, everything about it is so interesting.
day one. Each
Day
one,
one.
each one of the ladies enters the living space at her own time, one after another, sometimes with long spaces of time between. And they're
I also
wide.
like how this person is only referred to women as ladies. It's like you can see the fedora in the writing.
And their wide eyes try to take everything in at once. Their cell phones are confiscated immediately
Oh my
upon
God.
entry, cutting them off from everyone except those other individuals participating in the show.
It's
Cell
like
phones.
why even use Star Wars as your thing? They're just names.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
The condo is immaculately decorated and filled with anything a young woman could ever need, save for a quick exit to the outside world. Welcome to the show,
God, this is
ladies.
insane.
I'm Jin Urso Ondor, and this is my husband, Cassian Ondor. They both
She
smile.
took his name and he didn't take hers. I think that's so funny.
Oh, yeah. They both smile as they make a point of connecting with each person in the room. Wait, this sounds familiar.
Yeah.
We will be your hosts for however long you stay with us. The point of this is to find out once for all if love is really blind. The words settle in
What
for
is that?
all
Like,
for dramatic. This is the same thing as the summary.
I know, but
Yeah, the
like,
summary is just these 3 lines.
but like, it didn't make any sense then, and it certainly doesn't make any sense
Yeah,
now.
I would have hoped that with context I would know what's going on. Weddings will take place in 40 days, and hopefully at least a few of you will be walking down the aisle towards your future spouse at that time. Today is the first set of blind dates. Literally, the pods are behind this door. She motions to a door on the far side of the room, where you will get a
Pods are behind this
chance
door.
to get to know all eligible bachelors. Happy hunting, ladies. She
Did I
grins
mention the
and
pods are
winks
behind this door?
before setting off with her husband and
Most Star
car.
Wars thing yet is that they're pods.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pods. That's the only thing that has identified this as Star Wars is that they're pods. What if they go pod racing?
Unless there's some Love is Blind thing with pods that I don't realize, and then there still is nothing Star Wars related.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna confiscate your cell phones. Now go in this pod.
Which, like, by the way, I mean, I know that we talked about how this is an alternate universe, modern day, but they don't have cell phones in Star Wars. What the hell? Can you imagine if Star Wars had cell phones? Like, there would be no conflict. Like, everything could be resolved like instantly.
All
Love
these
is
people
Blind
who
is a
like
TV
felt
show.
the Force, like
Wait,
when
it
Rey
is?
felt that Luke died or something,
Oh, wait.
they could just call them up and ask.
They're gonna.
Exactly.
This is that really popular Netflix show.
Oh,
Wow.
that probably explains it.
Oh, the show Love is Blind.
Well, now I feel like an idiot.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. We know now.
That doesn't make it. No,
Everyone
to
would
be
know
honest though,
instead of us.
that does not explain anything.
We
I
are
don't think they-
approaching this as people hoping for a Star Wars fan fiction, not a Love is Blind fan
Do you think
fiction.
Nick?
And we're
Do you think
reading it
Nick
as such.
Lachey and Vanessa Milino say the pods? Say some shit about pods every episode? There's no
Maybe.
way.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. But
Silence
like, what the
descends
hell?
on them as they all stare at the door that leads into the pods. The first dates are scheduled to begin
I
in
can't
less
get over the
than
pod
30
thing.
minutes, and the tension in the room is high. Fuck it. Anyone want a drink? Rose, a petite Asian woman, is up and searching for a corkscrew to pop the cork of the wine bottle settled on the counter in front of her. I think we can
Petite
all use
Asian
a
woman.
drink. Ray is only too willing to dull the senses just a bit.
But
She's more
is Ray a petite white woman, or is she
yes.
okay.
So now I'm thinking, is Rose like a real contestant?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because I mean, not to judge Rose's the actress who plays Rose's body, but I wouldn't really. Is she petite? I mean, maybe we're splitting hairs here, but
No, I see what you mean. No, I would not describe her as petite.
like I feel like this guy just like the person who wrote it, and I don't know if yeah, she's not like petite.
Yeah, it's
They
working with
said
an assumption that
Rose.
we know how some people look, like Ray, because we know who
Yeah.
Ray is. But we need Rose described to us, even though I guess if you've seen the movies, you know who Rose is. Although even if you've seen the
Wait,
movies,
no.
she's not that memorable.
Wait,
That's
is Rose
true.
from Star Wars or Love is
Yes.
Blind?
She's
Star
from Star Wars.
Oh.
She's
Rose
the girl
Tico.
that stops Finn from killing himself at the end of the movie.
Oh. I'm so.
I'm gonna put my
Which is
fist through this
hilarious.
whole
That part's
place.
so funny.
Does she ever
Oh,
say
that line might get
fuck?
edited out of your podcast because that's copyright.
Does she ever say fuck?
Yeah. But yeah, no, Rose is I think the idea is that these are all Star Wars characters in the Love is Blind like concept, yeah. Which I don't know what that is, but I get an idea of what it is.
It's a reality dating show with Star Wars
exactly.
characters.
So Ray wants to dull the senses a bit, says, I think we can all use a drink. She was more anxious than she thought possible, considering the fact that no one will see her and she won't see them. There won't be any awkward hugs or handshakes, the cringe of unsatisfied expectations, or the possibility of being stood up. It's truly a blind date in every sense. Christian really is a shill for Love is Blind.
Well, it's so funny because it's like
in the Love is Blind show.
It's I like how this guy's saying like, oh, you know how like it's just so normal. Like it's so normal that you know it's gonna be so natural and like love is truly blind, but they're living in a fucking condo together. Like that's like the opposite of like that's such an artificial environment. What the fuck? Sorry, keep going, Ted.
There's no sign restricting alcohol in the private pods. So with a wine glass in one hand and notebook in the other, Ray walks into her first date of the night. The ladies are told that they will remain in their rooms while each bachelor cycles through
their pods
until they've met each one. Hello, the disembodied voice on the other side of the wall calls out to her. It's a nice voice, all in all, and there is something to be said for only knowing a person this way. Hi there. Her voice comes out breathier than she'd. Oh, nice. Hi there. Her voice comes out breathier than she's ever heard it before. Get yourself together, Ray.
She's horny. She's already horny.
Jeez. You have a nice accent. What's your name?
Oh yeah, because she's British.
Right now I'm imagining it's just me on the other side.
It's me on both sides.
My name is Ray, and your voice isn't too bad either. Silence works its way out in the open for a few beats. It's not quite awkward, but it doesn't go unnoticed either. It's great to meet you, Ray. My name is Kylo. Oh boy, there it is. She can't keep herself from laughing.
Me too.
You and me too, sis. So helpful that he doesn't take it the wrong way. This is an odd situation after all. Kylo, is that your real name? Normally, I'd be offended if someone laughed at my name like that.
Ray is not a normal name either, to be clear.
She can hear him chuckle once, twice.
Hear two deliberate chuckles.
Like, huh. But I'll forgive you this once. She can be breezier than she normally might be given the circumstances. Tonight is only an introduction. I don't know what that means at all. There's a line of tension there, as if he intends to bend her over and teach her a lesson.
Oh my
She
god.
will not
If something
deny
tells me I know what's gonna happen in the smut chapters.
that it sends a shiver up her spine. You sound like a bad boy, are you?
I love the idea of this guy rating Love is Blind porn as if that Netflix show is like porn. Like it's just like
Yeah, like it's like what they say to each
Another
other.
another chuckle, this one deep like his voice. I'm mostly reformed by now, I promise. Her penchant for bad boys hasn't always been a good thing. I'm not sure I can handle another bad boy. What do you have to say about
God,
that?
they're already getting so like hot.
She can't help
Yeah,
that she
this
feels the need to needle him. There's the sound of ice cubes knocking together as he moves or takes a drink. Like I said, I'm reformed. Military school works that out
they're
for
all
you
God.
sooner or later,
so
like Adam
liquored up.
Driver. So this is just Adam Driver, but this person wants to call him Kylo Ren.
Did Adam Driver go to military school?
Oh yeah,
He was in
did.
the military, yeah.
Dude,
I
that
didn't know
picture's so
that.
funny. Wait, I'll find that. If
I'm-
you're listening, go look up Adam Driver Army or something. Adam Driver Military. It's so
Whatever.
that picture of him is so funny. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they never call Kylo Ren Kylo, like
Yeah.
a name like never. They never. It's not like a first name.
Yeah, I really encourage people to. I was questions were flowing around in her mind, itching and scraping to make their way out, and there's no hesitancy to let them fly.
He was a
Military
Marine, by the
school.
way.
There's a story there. I was a wayward youth for a long time. That's my Adam Driver.
Yeah. I could totally tell. Like it sounded like more like Adam Driver than I bet you thought it sounded like Adam Driver.
My parents were always too busy for me growing up,
My
and
parents were always busy.
and I rebelled against them every chance I got. I was angry for a long, long time, though it took me even longer to understand where that all stemmed from. I got into fights a lot. Once in high school, I almost put a guy in the hospital. It was the last straw, and I was sent away.
It
Looking-
sounds like Adam Driver's character on Girls.
Yeah. Looking back on it now, I can understand it, but it still hurts. Thinking about how easily my parents shipped me off when I became too much to handle. How easily my parents shipped me with Love is Blind. Ray swallows heavily and nearly drops the
Oh,
wine
this is in the
glass in
first.
her
This is
hand.
in the present tense. Jeez.
Oh,
So dramatic.
Yeah.
Has anyone's backstory ever shocked you so much? Like their backstory about like high school ever shocked you so much that you would drop something?
no.
Yes.
She hasn't taken a drink in a while. I'm so sorry, Kylo. That's awful. I have my own sub story if it makes you feel any better. How would that make me feel better? I don't want anyone else to know what it was like growing up in my house with my family.
Damn.
Yeah.
Han
Yeah. When I say
Solo?
I feel bad, I don't want someone else telling me that it sucks for them too. I want it to be about me.
Yeah. I don't want sympathy or empathy. I want pure egotism.
Manipulation.
Yeah, pure emotional manipulation, please. Which honestly, that's canon Kylo Ren right there.
That's true.
I mean, if Kylo Ren was on a blind date, he would do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is pretty realistic, therefore
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
She hates that she can't see even a small glimpse of him. Of course, that's the point. But his voice is deep enough that it thrums through her, shakes her entirely. And he appears to have the emotional stability of someone many years older than her. That leads her to a question. How old are you? 35.
Oh.
Dare I ask how old you are? She can't help but laugh this time. I'm sure you're aware that
I
it's
can totally imagine Adam Driver saying all of these lines too. Like it's so
it is
funny.
playing in my
Like
head.
he is
Dare I
anonymous.
ask
Like
you
Adam
to?
Driver wrote this as like a fan fiction about what he really wanted to do with his character, Kylo Ren.
Yeah, he was in the writer's
Kylo should
room.
have been his actual first name. That was my big thing. I kept saying it on the set a lot. and it didn't get enough traction to make the final cut.
He's in the writer's room. He's like, okay, guys, for the last movie, I have a couple suggestions. I love the script. But just bear with me. Have you seen Love is Blind on Netflix?
So she laughs at him. I'm sure you're aware that it's considered very rude to ask a woman how old she is, but I'll tell you this once. I'm 31, nearly 32. Nearly? How nearly? Sparing a look at the clock by the door, Ray is shocked to see that she spent nearly an hour here with Kylo. Really?
What?
It seems like barely 10 minutes has passed in all
It seemed
honesty.
like barely a minute.
Yes.
The story took a long time.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, he was talking really slowly about his
While
high
he
school.
was telling it, we were supposed to imagine flashback.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
and we were
right.
just supposed to imagine like more dialogue.
Yeah, yeah, we were supposed to imagine more things happening in the story than what was written on the page. Yeah, yeah.
The pods just make time.
Pods are really, they make time go faster.
Yeah.
Did you just say that?
I did.
Oh. Damn.
So
That
I think
sucks.
that by the time the
That one's
weddings
for Max.
roll,
I gave that joke all goes to Max. He
We
gets
can
all
have an
the credit for
arbitration
that.
about it later.
No. We don't even need to. It's you
Okay.
get the credit.
Okay.
so I think that by the time the weddings roll around, I'll be 32. As if reading her thoughts, a knock on the door completely jars her out of her reverie. He speaks before she can. I think that's the end of our time tonight. Can I see you again tomorrow? I really enjoyed talking with you, Ray.
For an hour.
Perfect gentleman, yeah. I'd love to. I'll see you tomorrow. She spends the minutes after he's left thinking about what she now knows. Kylo grew up in Chicago, just whoa.
All right. I'm pretty sure they never mentioned Chicago in any of the Star Wars movies.
Wait a second, is this canon?
Kylo grew up in Chicago just like she did, though she doesn't know which neighborhood exactly because this author's never been to
Yeah, because this author's literally never been to Chicago.
He's a successful tattoo artist who loves what he does. He's equally as intrigued by her work as she is with his. Something is there.
This is like those BuzzFeed articles that are like, if Star Wars characters were real people,
And I could date them.
and I could date them and have sex with them.
Something is there. Something special that she can't easily set aside to clear her head. Ray remains in the room for the rest of the night as a revolving door of other men come and go.
Oh shit.
No one is nearly as memorable as Kylo, but she can't fault them for that. Poe is charming in a way that tells her it's unconscious and probably embedded deep in his DNA.
Oh yeah, I can tell what else is going to be embedded deep in her, not him.
DNA.
Someone else's DNA is going to be embedded deep in her.
Deep in her.
Somebody.
Hell yeah, Max. Hell yeah.
He must be handsome. Finn is sweet and almost refuses to talk about himself at all.
But he's black, so.
I constantly deflecting the conversation back to her, so much so that she ends up in tears after laughing at his sometimes weak attempts. Spending time with him.
Wait. I laughed at him he was so stupid and pathetic that I laughed at him so hard I cried.
So funny. So who's Hux?
I have no idea.
It's the guy with the red hair.
Oh, Domhnall Gleeson.
I'm the spy. Remember he had the 30-second scene in the 9th movie?
I didn't see that.
No.
He was in the 7th one too. He was like the short guy.
Wait. I got it.
Yeah, Domhnall Gleeson.
Yeah.
I have no idea who anything.
His affiliations are with the First Order.
Oh, of course. Oh, that guy. That guy. Okay,
bastard.
I know who you're talking about. Okay. Why is he in this? He's barely even a character.
Because Love is blind.
Oh, sorry. Good point. Yeah, I forgot Love was blind. Fuck.
It's blind to the significance of your character too.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Hux is, to put it simply, a bastard. He asks the usual questions like he's meant to, but they are accompanied with responses that make her fists clench and her blood boil. For the first time, she is writing one of the men off quickly and waits impatiently until the next one arrives.
Oh my
Tell me
God.
about it, sister. Snap isn't bad per se, but she feels
Snap.
no excitement or exhilaration during their time together.
Snap.
I don't know who that is.
Like doing like
Yeah,
with the
that's how
fingers
it's spelled.
snap.
Maybe it's Snape and it's another
Oh,
typo.
snap
And it,
Wexley.
Snap,
Wexley.
he could be her brother or the local priest for all
Oh,
that
I hope.
matters.
Oh my God, he's like. Wait, Snap
Wait.
Wexley is like the you know how like in the fighter jet scenes or like when
Oh,
they're fighting in the
Aw,
spaceships,
he
he's the
seems
guy who like
cool.
dies all the
he's just a backup. He's just
Yeah,
like
he's just the
a
guy who
gunner.
gets shot down and dies.
He could be her brother or the local
Yeah,
priest for all that
that
matters.
happened here. That's something kind of true. His name gets crossed off the list pretty fast.
Good point. Good point.
Sorry.
Last but not least is Mitaka. It is clear from the start that he's very shy and a little awkward, but also very sweet. He's endearing in a way that takes her by surprise. Maybe because he's so easy to talk to, or possibly because he's been more open than anyone else she's spoken to tonight.
Dopheld Mitaka.
Are they?
I need to say nothing else. Just keep going.
Wait, I need to see.
I mean, he just looks like a normal white guy.
Okay. As far as
I'm
initial,
still waiting for
I like
Kydel Coconics.
it says on Wikipedia, it says affiliations, first order, Navy.
oh, wait,
He's
what?
in the Navy.
He's in the Navy.
Wow.
All these vets in Love Is Blind this season. As far as initial impressions go, Ray is intrigued by at least a few of the men she met that night. Kylo, Poe, Finn, and Mitaka all come up smelling like roses upon first inspection. Weird. The first date is merely about introductions, figuring out if there's even the smallest touch of sparks that may lead to more. So considering the fact that she was only repulsed by two of them, well, it's pretty good returns all in all. Oh, so she said she was repulsed by
Wait,
Snap.
but she wasn't. She said Snap could be her
like a
brother.
brother, yeah. Damn.
Which I don't know. That's kind of hot, if you ask me.
A small, almost microscopic
Love is Blind always has one like brother sister couple on the show.
piece of her heart is hopeful in all this. All six of the ladies congregate in the kitchen and living room area to discuss their initial findings and, most importantly, see if there's any competition for the one or more that they're after. Everyone is congenial enough.
Who wouldn't go for Kylo Ren? It's like, who's like, oh man, I want to have Snap instead of Kylo Ren. I want dope-held Makiki.
What about Poe? Poe's
Yeah, or
Oscar
Poe.
Isaac, or
yeah. Poe is quite a
all the leading men, I think, are the.
No, I mean they have to be. I mean it's.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes it Star Wars.
Everyone is congenial enough, and there are no outward or obvious signs of jealousy yet. But love can do crazy things to people. She's not even ready to call it that yet, but Ray knows that from experience. The first voice is not too different from her own, the accent at least, but it sounds like she hails from a much more posh part of the country when compared to the bad foster homes Ray grew up.
What country is this?
Oh, I think it's America. They both grew up in Chicago, right?
Oh yeah, they grew up in
Chicago. But Maz isn't her real mom. Therefore, this like inhuman thing that's Maz can be Ray's mom. There we go.
Well, Maz is probably a human in this. I mean, she's probably it's an AU. I like the idea of Rose growing up in the Chicago foster homes. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, here we go. Bunch of gits, I tell you. The voice said, oh, posh. Bunch of gits, I tell you. The voice says between sips of scotch. Mitaka and Hux are the only two I could handle from one breath to the next. How about you lot?
Don't likes Hux?
Yeah, so there are only 12 of them in total, 6 men and 6 women, but that allows for a lot of permutations. Maybe she can't quite compute the possibilities off the top of her head, but Ray's an engineer and math is her strong point. Oh.
It seems like she should be able to compute it then. I mean, it's not that hard.
Yeah, what
Isn't
engineers
it just
can't do
6
that
times
problem?
6?
She's not ready to pin herself down yet. I think I like too many to really say. How many? Rose and Cadell don't look horrified, which tells her that she isn't the only one with multiple possibilities.
This is
Four.
Cadell Coconics.
Yeah, Cadell Coconics.
Oh, nice. What a great introduction. Just fucking tossing it in there. 4. Jonna nearly spits out her drink. 4? There are only 6 of them total.
You fucking bitch.
Yeah, you slut. While she can't see her own face, the flush of heat is there, and she's sure her face is turning the same color of the kettle stationed over a burner on the stovetop. Wow, great.
The red kettle.
Shockingly,
she was
it's
red.
Phasma who comes to her aid. There's nothing wrong with keeping your your options open. It is only the first night after all. We have a long sprint ahead of us all.
Wait, that's not what a sprint is.
A long
Sprints are
sprint.
usually
That's
short.
awesome.
Isn't it like a marathon that's long and sprints?
I think it's about like, so as a track and field vet.
Yeah, hit me with it.
I would say like the event that's like the closest to like a
Yeah.
long sprint would be like the 800 meters.
But that's like at most a minute, right? I mean, like.
No, I mean.
No, it's longer. How long is that?
The high school average is like 2 to 2.5 minutes.
Right, but not like.
800.
I mean, I feel like a marathon would be a better.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if they
metaphor,
it's going to be
right?
a sprint or a marathon.
Right. Well, I mean, there are 5 chapters of this fucking garbage, so.
I guess the word sprint adds more of a competitive aspect to it, but
marathons are pretty competitive.
Yeah, I guess.
Marathons when there are 6 people in them.
But you pace yourself in a marathon. Do you pace yourself in love, or do you sprint for love?
Whoa.
Max is asking the real questions.
That night, Jonna finds her and Siri in their shared bathroom, finishing the usual nighttime skincare regime and brushing their teeth before bed. Hey, Ray. She looks down at her hands where she's twisting a silver ring on her left ring finger. Ray has to stop herself from staring as she begins to wonder if there's a reason why she still wears her ring there. I wanted to come and apologize for what I said earlier.
Oh, that's nice.
And the way I said it, too. It was uncalled for. Even if most reality television is known for its drama between participants, Ray isn't here to tear anyone down or make enemies. No matter how much the comment had hurt at the time, she easily and quickly tells Jonna that it's all forgiven, no harm, no foul. Thanks for tuning in. The show will spice up in later chapters. Wait, but that wasn't 2,200 words.
It was.
I think it was, yeah.
Wow. Where are the comments?
It just flew by. I mean.
Oh, so here are the comments.
Yeah.
Raylo Britt on chapter 1.
Oh, that's who it's dedicated to.
Oh, nice. Ooh, author, I'm intrigued. I've not seen the show, but I like the concept and am interested to see how this will go. I love that there was a spark
There's no way
between
they're not fucking.
reformed bad boy Kylo and Ray from the start. Parentheses, is he really reformed? Question mark, parentheses. And is Jonna married already?
Yeah, they've certainly have like all the essential components of a reality show, like questions that keep us wanting to come back.
And then Anonymous, the author, responded with a gif of Michael Scott like happy and dancing. And then
I want to see his Office fanfic.
So then the third
Office, Love is Blind AU.
The third comment is just a heart emoticon.
That's nice.
But it's by someone named MFA 101, so maybe they're in a Master's of Fine Arts
maybe they're in their
program.
Master's program for fanfic.
Yeah, Masters of Fanfic.
And they're like,
arts.
this is really good.
Yeah, that's what the F stands for.
I'm totally stealing this for my dissertation.
Well,
I mean,
was
okay.
great.
You thought that was great?
No, I just said that, but now my brain is caught up with my words.
Right, totally. I don't know.
Nothing happened.
Well, okay, whatever. I'll give him that for setup, whatever. He's setting up for the next
For sure.
4 chapters. I just don't really like, I get the idea where it's like, okay, it's these characters, but they're like in modern day and they're not in Star Wars. But then why even make it about Star Wars? Why not just like write a
Yeah,
short
and it's
story?
like not those characters that are from Chicago.
Yeah, they're like different people. They have different like attributes and qualities. Like what the hell?
There's like one key thing about them that they have in common, I guess, with their Star Wars counterpart, other than their name. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty far removed from, I don't know, anything else in the franchise.
That's fair to say.
I mean,
Although I hear they're optioning this. George Lucas is optioning.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Good luck, Anonymous.
Yeah, good luck.
I hope you get the bag.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you so much, Max.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Yes, Anonymous.
Thank you. I think the fanfiction.
I mean, I think
for itself,
so.
really.
I think military Adam Driver.
Yeah, military Adam Driver. Just to close on what is this one called? I can't just
let you slip
through my fingers. Which, like, by the way, all lowercase. Which, I mean, that's like a crazy decision. But I don't think we should come back to this one. I don't want to see the smut. You know, I want to eventually have a fan fiction on here that is,
smutty,
porn, smutty porn, etc. But I don't want it to be this one.
Mm.
Wow, gavel.
Yeah.
Clack clack. And with that, court is adjourned. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for listening.
Bye.
Bye.